I'm Jaymie with Alpine Aesthetics Academy and SkinToIt.com. Today we're going to demonstrate laser hair removal with our Palomar Laser system. I have my model here, Liz, who's going to demonstrate underarm laser treatment on her. And she has already filled out her consultation card and her waiver form that you want everyone to do prior to being in the room. So we've gone over all of her contraindications, medications, and any kind of autoimmune diseases, anything like that, that would contradict her from getting this treatment. And she's good to go, and she signed them both. So you want to have everybody do that before they come in the treatment room. So after they fill out the consultation card, you want to determine their skin type before you set the settings on your laser. So Palomar has a treatment guide with all of the hand pieces that they have and settings that they recommend that you use for different skin types. So with Palomar, we've just plugged these hand pieces into the platform, and this laser hair one is the Lux-R. So in your book, all laser companies too will have a book like this. You find the tab of the laser that you have plugged in, and then you determine their skin type and a setting that you think would be appropriate for them. So even if they're a skin type 2, but they've been out in the sun, you're going to treat them more like a 2.5 or a 3. So with her, have you been in the sun recently? No. Okay, and then the Fitzpatrick skin type is what you're going to go off of for all laser treatments, chemical peels, everything like that. And it's between 1 and 6. So 1's going to be your fairer skin tone with more of a peach fuzz hair versus a skin type 6, which is going to be African American with coarse black hair. So everyone falls in that range. She's a skin type 4, so we're going to find on our little book skin type 4 and the settings that they recommend that you use. And she hasn't had any sun exposure, so we could just go with what this book says. So skin type 4 is going to be between a 25 and a 41 setting with your jewels, and always 100 milliseconds for your other setting. Milliseconds is going to be the penetration of the laser and how it's actually killing the pigment in the hair follicle, whereas the jewels is going to be the amount of energy that's going into the hair follicle. So with her, we're going to start her at just a 25 and see how she does. You want to do a test spot and just pulse it once and then wait 30 seconds and see how their skin reacts, and then proceed from there. So we're just going to do it at 125. So you want to have the hair cut close to the skin so that the laser doesn't have to travel through the hair shaft, because it just burns a little bit more. It doesn't work any better. It's just a little bit more painful for the client. So you want to shave them before. Typically I'll tell my clients to shave 24 hours before they come in. But if you need to touch them up, that's fine too. You just don't want to have to do a full-on shave. So we're just going to touch her up a little bit. And then we're going to apply the Lux lotion, which just gives a conductor for the laser to travel through. Putting the laser right on just dry skin is just more discomfort for the client. So she's got that on. And then we're going to numb her with this cold roller. So she is all numbed and ready to go. So she has her Lux lotion on, and we've pre-cooled her. So you want to test the skin to make sure that it's still chilled before you start with your laser treatment. So we're going to pull the skin, and you want to have a good contact with your laser handpiece onto the skin. You don't want it to be doing one of these. This is called arcing in the laser industry. When this happens, you get a little white tip, and it sometimes scars, sometimes doesn't. So you just want to not let that happen. So you want to just make sure the whole thing is touching on the arm. And then you want to give it a little wiggle and then push on your pedal and pulse. And then you want to lift up. If it's her first treatment, I'll do just one pulse and then wait 30 seconds and see if there's any edema or any erythema. If she gets red or if she gets kind of a little bumpy at all, then you want to turn it down, or you want to reevaluate her consultation card, because that shouldn't happen with the settings that you've already chosen. So if you've noticed after 30 seconds that everything looks fine, then you can carry on, and you just want to come right next to where you left off the last time. And it leaves a little indentation of where you were, and you'll notice a color or different change of color with the skin. It'll go a little bit pink where you've treated. And you want to apply a little bit of pressure. That makes the laser target more the follicle than it does the hair shaft on the way down. So when you're finished with your laser treatment, we're going to cleanse the Lux lotion off of her. And if it was an area that was exposed to the sun, like on her face, I would put sunscreen on her. But she's all set, and then we're going to rebook her in 4 to 6 weeks for her underarms. And it's going to take roughly 6 months total for the full reduction. For more instructional videos and forums, go to SkinToIt.com.